last year we didn't have a tournament, only because the year before we won nationals, 2 years before we won nationals, and what our team used to be comprised of was ASU students, and they all graduated on me, but they didn't leave until we won nationals, and we won it here at home. The national tournament was here in 2015, and we won, and everybody went back to Indiana, as the Jacksons say. So we had a little lull there where we're trying to put back a team together to play again, and so we didn't have the tournament last year because we didn't need the money for transportation costs. This year we have a team together. A lot of our athletes have a lot of medical issues, so we try to keep it at a 6-man team. That's usually the best to do. But a lot of our teammates are they're having tough times this past year. So we have about 10 players on the team right now. Not all of them are going to travel. Only 6 of them are going to travel, but it cost us about $3,500 a player to travel. And not the bad or the sad, or I don't know what it is, until we get people here in Arizona who care about disabled sports more and build bigger facilities to house stuff. We got to travel to the East Coast. Indiana seems to be the place where they have top-notch facilities. We're going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. They just built a facility that houses 4 basketball courts inside with a field. It's a field house, has a big track around it. So we're able to put all 4 of our conferences there. So the tournament takes about a week to get everybody done and over with. So like I said, so we're looking at about a good $25,000. And ACDS does a real good job of supporting us. But, these guys don't, I don't know how to, they don't want handouts. So, hang on. I won't cry that much this time. So what they do is AZDS pays half the cost to travel out there. And yet, a lot of them are on fixed incomes. Gabe, there's only a very few that have jobs. The others, they're living off of Social Security or whatever. So with this tournament, we try to reduce that cost of them. For those who can afford it, we pay it, but it's for those people who are on the fixed incomes. So it's a big help to them. I know you don't see them out here with us all the time, or hardly ever, to tell you the truth. But it's transportation. It's hard to get them out here. A lot, like 3 or 4 of them are on vents. So then for their parents to get them up, get them all situated and get them out here, it's tough. Believe me, it gets a little trying sometimes. So, don't think that they don't care. They do. So we appreciate that. And I lost my train of thought, but I was really going to make you guys cry real bad. But really, thank you. This is really, there's a lot of new faces here, which is nice. And we really appreciate you guys coming out. Usually there's a lot of friends co-workers. My wife used to work at Honeywell, so we used to have a lot of Honeywell people. She retired, so we're losing a few connections. I mean, we still try and get everybody out here. But for you new people, thank you. Gabe's trying to convince me that social media and internet is the way to go to advertise. I disagree with them. We fight about this every year. So I hope some of you left us your addresses and your email, because I will mail you something. Because I know I get lost on the internet. Thank you. This tournament started out to help Gabe and our family when he got sick, which was it'll be 20 years. 21? 98? Oh. No, it can't be. Okay. I like my story better. I had thought of this story. I thought it was 20 years. So I was just saying, this is 20 years that we've been having this, and there's probably only been 3 times that we didn't have it. Friends and family members put on the early tournaments for us. After we got situated and understood everything and what our life would be like, we did a couple for PCH, Phoenix Children's Hospital, where Gabe was in the hospital for a year. And then he found this power soccer, which it's truly, here we go. It's been a blessing. When I thought this through, I was going, this sounds really good. If I can get through it, it's going to really kill him. But like 20 years ago when this all happened, it was right around Labor Day. We went camping as a family, and me and the boys. I have another son who not here. He lives in New Jersey. But we went camping and had a really good time, and it was just us 3. At that time, I thought, this is what, fatherhood's all about. Doing stuff with your kids and having a good time. And anyway, so then Gabe got sick, and things changed. Up until then, I had been coaching Gabe in sports and Matt. A funny story, during that first year when Gabe got sick, Matt, he's 2 years younger than Gabe. You know how you worry about the child who's not involved in all this, and you think that you're neglecting them and you're not giving them enough time. He had a science test, and we get a call from school, and the principal or the teacher, I think it was the teacher, called us in. And up until this time, both my boys are great kids. They say they're scared to death of me. But can you guys believe that? Look, I cry. But anyway, we get a call from teachers to come down and talk to them. And we go down there, and the teacher says, I caught Matt cheating on his test. And I go, Matt, you're wrong. It's not my son. Because up until that point, these 2 guys would, if I tried to do anything that was outside of the rules, they'd read them back to me and say, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You got to follow this, this, this. So what I did, so I told the teacher, I said, well, you know, I'm worried about him. I think that he's feeling neglected. He's doing it for attention. So, you know, I'm hoping you guys will take it easy on him or let him redo the test. So we go back home and we're sitting there talking with Matt, you know, why did you do this? What's going on? I said, I went and talked to the counselor there at school. I said, can you talk to him, see if there's any problems that I'm going to be facing here? And he goes, you got to be kidding me. You think that I'm psychologically messed up because of all this? And I said, well, I'm just worried about you. He goes, don't worry about me. He goes, I understand that Gabe gets the attention right now. So he goes, don't worry. It'll work out. And boy did it. He ended up graduating from ASU. He got a master's. He went and on his own, I mean, I wish I could say I had something to do with it. He went and got a full ride scholarship to Princeton, graduated with a doctorate. So I was
without cheating.
Without cheating. But I guess what I'm trying to say is this organization gave me back that thing to do with my sons, because, you know, I get to coach Gabe, even though him and his teammates never listen to me. Somehow, as coach, you don't understand how to play the game, which I guess is true. You know, I'm not in a wheelchair and I don't know all that, but I still try and say, but I know if the ball's over there, you got to hit it over here. So
it's been 35 years. I still haven't listened to what you said.
yeah, see? So, I mean, that's what you guys are helping us with here. You know, I get that back. We think that it's for the kids, or, well, not even kids anymore, young adults. And really, the families get a lot out of this. So I just want you guys to know how much I appreciate you coming out, helping us out. You know, there's a bunch of you guys didn't even play golf. They just donated and then came out here to be with us. So I want to thank you again. Thank you for sitting here patiently and listening. I try not to do this, and I wasn't gonna, but anyway, I'm done. Thank you.